So I'm getting ready to do a leak test on my new filter system that I made for my small koi pond. I wanted to give a show of how the system looks and what it's supposed to do before I actually run the leak test. So the water will come in here from the pond pump, and then it'll flow down a standpipe, come up through. That tank will be filled with bio balls. Then I have this here. Now, you can see down in there. There we go. Standpipe. This is to block the standpipe so it doesn't pinch back. That'll be filled with bio balls. This tray will be in here like this to keep the bio balls from getting sucked into the rest of the tank. Here, this has a 4-inch piece down to a 2-inch, and it sits right here and will draw. I gotta drill some holes in here for the side, or I may just cut grooves like a weir, and then that will sit flush up against here, so it'll draw the water up through here and then over this way and then up through the weir into the bog filter. And then the bog filter, it'll flow in here, go down there. I'll have a air tube line in right here running down so that it creates a venturi to pull air down into the big rock at the bottom, medium rock at the middle, small rock at the top. And then I will have, I'm not sure if I'm going to do rock all the way up yet or use like a 24-inch floor scrubbing pad as a filter pad. Set that up here on top of that, and then put that back on. That'll hold that floor pad from floating up. I may have to put some rocks around the perimeter of it. And then this is the purge valve for the bog filter to get any solids out. Whenever I need to do that, I've got to get a valve for this, but whenever I need to get rid of that, I can just drop that down and it'll flush all of the solids and stuff out into the garden or wherever. So that's it for this. I'll bring another video here in a second when it's working. It's about to pop off here in a little bit. I have noticed a couple leaks. See, we're almost up to the drain. I'm definitely leaking around my uniseal, so I'll try turning that around to see if it tightens it up some. Otherwise I'll have to caulk it as well. There also does seem to be a little bit of a leak from right here, but I haven't glued any of the fittings together, so that's acceptable. Where I was most concerned was here, where I glued that piece in, and the seal here. This is fully pressurized, so the venturi is not working, but I can always add an air pump to it and it'll do the same thing that I want. So here it is working. You can see the other leak is also pouring quite a bit out, but it is finally going over the edge. Now you can see it's a little off center, so I'm going to push it down to where it was, and you can see the flow more like what will happen with the pump. There's the flow. That's more like what it'll be going back into the pond. And all the rock and everything will hold that in place once I get it, all installed and everything. So all in all, it's working. See my overflow there. If something should happen, it'll flow out there and not, overflow somewhere else. But that's it. So I want to take a last one just to show the purge valve. So this is, backing out. I'll have a one-way check valve on this so that should it just come disconnected, it won't ever actually back flush into the pond. So I'm going to hold that up. And you can see I moved the head from that. It's leaking, of course, because nothing's glued. but just hooked up to a garden hose. And that'll purge all the way down until it breaks vacuum. So that's it.